Nationals. So there you go. And speaking of now more racing for you, we've got the action coming up with, I believe, Hobby Stocks. Yes.
And the man who's on the pole, your favorite, Who Knew, Blake New out of Dover, Arkansas, to his outside of Morrilton, Arkansas, the Welsh Shaving Incorporated 99W of Cody Lowe inside row number 2. Going to be the 27 of James Leonard, to his outside the 03 of Denver Lee, who came home with a 5th place finish last night, and rounding out the field, the Mixture Trucking non-junior of Spencer Harwick.
And for those that are joining us on our broadcast on our Facebook, we'll be back for the audio cast of the feature here very shortly. Continue to go to our link at 3 and Out Sports Network for the continuation of all of the races for Wesley Gwaltney, Wesley Outland. We'll be back very shortly for the feature.
All right, here we go. Blake New gonna fire off turn 3 and 4. Look for his first feature win of 2018. $500 on the line. Cody Lowe came home second. Gonna lead him in turn number 1. Not a great start for Who Knew, Blake New.
Who knew? There you go.
Who knew Blake New?
I came up with that last night.
Down the back straightaway, it's the 99W of Cody Lowe by about 5 car lengths over Blake New. Then it's about 4 car lengths back to the 03 of Denver Lee, the 27 of James Leonard, and the 9 junior Spencer Harwick battling out for the 4th position as we were 1 lap complete, 7 to go, 1 down, 7 to go here in heat race number 1 of 2 of the Hobby Stock. Spencer Harwick starting to find some ground, drives it in deep, almost makes contact with the 27. They'll keep it green. They'll go single file now as Cody Lowe runs the middle. Blake New going to follow right along with him, about a half car down on the racetrack, more than the 99W is. Not catching him, though, as it's 2 laps complete, 6 to go. 2 down, 6 to go here in heat race number 1. Denver Lee, James Leonard, Spencer Harwick round out your field. It's single file as they work down the back straightaway. Cody Lowe, about 10 car lengths now over the 12 of Who Knew, Blake New.
There you go. They'll exit off the corner off turn 4. Cody Lowe opening up that margin over Blake New. Who knew if he could run him down? He's going to see here if he can do something in turn number 1 and 2. And they're, of course, ending these laps as well.
Harwick,
5 down.
Harwick,
Trouble!
27.
Car and truck getting together.
Right into the left rear of the 27 of James Leonard.
Yes.
And I think Harwick
is that Spencer?
Yeah, Harwick? Spencer Harwick in the 9 junior. He's the one truck out there, Mopar Power under the hood.
I went and seen that truck. I got to hang out with him today. I was
awesome.
looking at they're awesome
people. Spencer's
yes,
a good kid.
And one of the drivers, what is it in the 1G in the street stock?
The G1?
The G1?
Tony England?
Yeah, somebody. They were celebrating a birthday.
Ah, okay.
And we were hanging out with them at the at Colton's Steakhouse today.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, we got to hang out with them. They shared cupcakes with me and everything. So, you know you're friends with them when they give you food.
That's just Arkansas hospitality.
It
right
is.
There. It's all Southern hospitality. There wasn't a whole lot of hospitality going on there with the 9 junior Spencer Harwick and the 27 of James Leonard.
No.
Harwick almost got him last lap in turn number 1.
But you are racing.
And then got him in turn number. That's true. And Hobby Stocks, they get a little. They'll beat and bang a little bit. It's all for the money. $500 on the line in the night's feature event for the Hobby Stocks. Who knew Blake New last night? So in the feature event, if you notice the damage to that 12 machine, the bumper's about at a 45-degree angle if you look at the right side, and the whole right side door, they tried to pull the sheet metal out. They couldn't get it all in. It didn't have a door last night at the end of the feature event, so they did a little bit of work to it. Cody Lowe dominating this one, 3 laps complete, going green this time by heat race number 1 of the Hobby Stocks is back underway.
Back to green. Let's see how this song and dance rolls along with 5 laps to go. Back on the whole shot.
Harwick
Here comes the truck again. Woo! Oh, who knew? Blake New getting sideways there for a moment.
Spencer Harwick looking for his first feature win of 2018. First feature win ever. First year ever racing at the Batesville Motor Speedway. First year ever in racing. And in that Mixture Trucking Trucks of Arkansas, 9 junior currently runs in the 3rd spot. 4 laps complete, 4 to go. And heat race number 1 and 2, James Leonard pulls off the speedway. That'll leave us with 4 cars as Cody Lowe on cruise control in the 99W. Who knew? Blake New runs 2nd. Spencer Harwick 3rd. And Denver Lee in the 4th spot as we complete lap number 5.
Well, there they go. Back into turn number 1. And out in front, Cody Lowe. Cody Lowe continuing to bring the field out to the lead to the back straightaway. Blake New sits in 2nd spot. By the way, his car's still damaged from last night.
Yeah, that's what I was
What did they do to the car overnight? Nothing.
Bumper, well, they pulled some of the sheet metal down.
Okay,
the right
they fixed
rear.
the back end. They
like
fixed up that aerodynamic. Well, wait a minute. No, it's
way
not.
Up in the air.
It's that aerodynamic pick I was telling you about.
I think he was running so good at the end of the feature event last night, they decided to leave it. They tried to fix the door mainly because I don't think he was wanting the hot air getting into the side of the car.
There you go.
He actually wanted the cool breeze, but not hot air.
He was getting full of hot air, so to speak. There you go. Yes.
7 laps complete. White flag in the air this time by as Cody Lowe works down the back straightaway. Harwick going to slip up. Here comes Denver Lee. That's a battle for the 3rd position. There's a half car between those two in a turn number 3. But your winner of Hobby Stock Heat Race number 1 and the Welsh Shaving Incorporated 99W is going to be Cody Lowe. Coming home 2nd, it's Who Knew? Blake New out of Dover, Arkansas. 3rd. Out of Equipment, Arkansas, the 9 junior of Spencer Harwick. And rounding out the field, the 03 of Denver Lee. So one heat race in the books of these hobby stocks. $500 on the line again in the ninth feature event. Heat race number 2. Here we go. Starting on the pole is going to be the 7W of Joel Walker out of Melbourne, Arkansas. To his outside. Has one feature win on the season. He's actually an ag-ride teacher, if you didn't know. He's an ag-ride teacher in this area. Out of Drasco, Arkansas, it's the Drasco kid, Cody Cornett. Inside row number 2. His first time ever at the Batesville Motor Speedway this year. The 10 of Zachary O'Keefe. His outside last night's feature winner. Was it not on? Oh,
yeah,
that's sad.
You got to start all over.
Oh, it's fine.
I just realized that your mic was off. I'm glad I had headsets on. Let's do it again.
The 7W starting on the pole is going to be Joe Walker out of Melbourne, Arkansas. To his outside, going to be the Drasco kid, Cody Cornett. Out of Drasco, Arkansas. Inside row number 2, his first time at the Batesville Motor Speedway is the 10 of Zachary O'Keefe. To his outside, last night's feature winner, the 11X out of Ida, Arkansas, of William Lawrence. Inside row number 3, it's going to be the 17M. That's the man who picked up the championship this year. The car that picked up the championship, but a different driver, Terry Brooks. And the 17M and the 35 of Kenny Underwood. Looks like the other guys will elect to the back, so Terry Brooks going to start on the pole. Green flag in the air. He'll lead him into turn number 1. That's a car that Stephen Morrow got to victory lane already this year. William Lawrence going to try to track him down. He wants that $500 and sweep the weekend. He picked up $500 last night in the feature event. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It's going to be the 17M Brooks Auto Sales machine of Terry Brooks out of Batesville, Arkansas.
Green flag goes in the air. Terry Brooks will bring him back into turn number 1 and 2 to the back straightaway. Battle going on between 2 cars. Lawrence is in the mix. Here comes Cornett to the outside. Now back to the inside. As they'll exit off of turn number 4, Terry Brooks will lead him back to the corner. We now got 6 laps to go as they go back to turn 1.
2 laps complete, 6 to go here in Hobby Stock Heat Race number 2. William Lawrence bobbles a little bit there. The Drasco kid, Cody Cornett, all over his back bumper. Kenny Underwood, Joel Walker, and the 10 of Zachary O'Keefe. He's got his door's hanging up in the air, waving at fans, I guess, as he's going by. But Terry Brooks still
nice
leads.
Little fender flap wave, as they say.
Yeah,
there you go.
I like that. Only problem is it might be slowing him down because Terry Brooks might catch him and put him a lap down if he keeps up at this speed. 3 laps complete, 5 to go.
Holy smokes. Would that be something if the whole passenger side of that sheet metal flew through the air? Right now it's dangling in the breeze like it's in the sail stuck behind Hurricane Florence. Nonetheless, they dive in the back straightaway with still Terry Roberts leading the way. He's about to catch up with the fender flapper back into turn 3 and 4.
He's about to put him a lap down. Zachary O'Keefe's first ever time at the Batesville Motor Speedway this year. O'Keefe is, he's doing well for having half the car up in the air.
He is.
The 17M of Terry Brooks dominating right now. 5 laps complete, 3 to go. That is the car that won the championship this year with Stephen Morrow behind the wheel of it. He's dominating right now as he has about a half straightaway advantage over William Lawrence. Lawrence almost gets into the wall off of turn number 2. Drasco kid Cody Cornett right there. And third, still about a half straightaway back from Lawrence. 17M off the pace. Terry Brooks.
Oh, wow, the
going
leader.
to the pit area. There goes William Lawrence now to the lead.
Wow, he
Brooks
missed the entrance of pit road.
I think
the
he's
return
stopping
road
over there in turn number 2. Not sure he's trying to keep it going, but it's struggling as William Lawrence leads this heat race. The
Here
second
comes Fender Flapper. He's waving at us.
A lap down. Lawrence wheel, wide flag in the air, 1 lap to go.
He's lost power to the motor. If you look into the cockpit of the car, Wesley Gwaltney, the red light's on. That's because he's lost power to the motor.
I think
when the motor's off, the red light's on. So that's what's happening. But we're coming to the checker right now in heat number 1, or heat 2.
Your winner of the Hobby Stock Heat Race number 2 as he brings off turn number 4 at Nevada, Arkansas. Last night's feature winner, William Lawrence in the 11X. Second, we'll go to the Drasco kid, Cody Cornett out of Drasco, Arkansas in the 56 machine. And coming home in the third spot is the 39 of Kenny Underwood, or 35 of Kenny Underwood. Rounding out your field will be the 7W of Joel Walker and the 10 of Zachary O'Keefe.
So again, the driver of the car number 17M, Terry Brooks, lost power to the car, something mechanical internal going on that car. Race fans, if you can look down the back straightaway, you can see in the cockpit of that car there's a big red light on. The red light is indicating that he has lost power to the motor. And the reason why he's lost power to the motor, something went on with that car. There's no power. The red light's on. When the car would fire back up, then the light would go off. So we are under the caution and in the red flag here, we're working ready to start a heat number 1 for the modifieds. We're going to getting Brooks' car back rolling, and then we'll be ready to go. But I'll tell you what, Wesley, we saw some phenomenal heat races last night for the modifieds. A feature race with 22 plus modifieds that went caution-free for 20 laps. And we're going to see some other awesome IMCA modified heat races here again tonight.
IMCA modified heat race number 1. We'll look at this. Starting on the pole in the Barnhart heat in air number 11. And North Little Rock, Arkansas will be Donnie Barnhart. To his outside should be The 9X Machine Truck Centers of Arkansas, Make Sure Trucking Machine, a Big Daddy, Brent Harwick, and Equipment Arkansas. Row number 2 on the inside, a former Comp Cam Super Dare Series points champion in the 115 out of Florida, Arkansas is Brandon Smith. His outside of the BB Arkansas, the OX of Dallas Everett. Inside row number 3, the Jeff Taylor Motorsports, Kent's Firestone, O2J out of Batesville, Arkansas is Rusty Jeffrey. His outside, the soon-to-be doctor, 3 master's degree for him in the Wall Racing, 7W out of Batesville, Arkansas is Jimmy Wall. And rounding out the field, the Bennings Heat and Air Carrier C8 out of Prattsville, Arkansas is Hollywood Timothy Culp. Culp, a regular and a late model, trying to get his feet wet a little bit in the IMCA Modifieds. Ran a couple modified events last year. He's going to be entering the race for Open in a couple weeks. And he's just kind of lagging back, seeing what that car will do. Brand new machine for the C8 of Timothy Culp. Only drove it on a couple of occasions this season. I believe he ran the big...
Well, Timothy Culp used to run on the World of Outlaw Craftsman Late Model Series full-time. He ran out of the deal. Last time he ran modifieds, I believe, was back during the winter, the speed weeks.
Yep.
He was down at North Florida Speedway at Volusia during the Gator Dirt Car Nationals. And, of course, then he started running full-time on the late model schedule. He dropped out of running full-time on the World of Outlaws for the Rookie of the Year about the same time that Chris Ferguson bailed out of running for the Rookie of the Year championship.
Now, Culp has mainly been running here and around this area, this region, keeping it home. He actually sponsors a kind of like a hard charger, a hard luck award at I-30 Speedway.
And mind you,
Arkansas.
He built his teeth on modified cars.
Yeah, he did.
He is really good at a modified.
The only problem is late model is a lot different than an IMC modified, so it takes a lot. But we did have a late model winner last night that won in the modifieds, Jack Sullivan. He's currently at Springfield Raceway in Springfield, Missouri for the Comp Cam Super Dare Series event. We've seen Culp a couple times. He ran both the Rockabilly and the Kuntz Classic at the I-30 Speedway earlier this year with the Comp Cam Super Dare Series. But he is back here tonight to run an IMC modified 7 cars, 8 laps, IMC modified heat race number 1. Donnie Barnhart, Brent Harwick, gonna lead them to green. Barnhart sets the pace. Gonna fire off. They'll play little bumper cars. Green flag is out.
That's a snail's pace start right there.
Of Donnie Barnhart. Barnhart just jumped back into a modified for this event last year, and he is back running it a couple times each year. Brent Harwick gets a great run on the top, so they go side by side. The Jeff Taylor Motorsports 9X of Brent Harwick, the 11 of the Barnhart Heat and Air, number 11 of Donnie Barnhart. They'll make contact, but Harwick gonna clear him. Brent Harwick, Big Daddy leads lap number 1 down, 7 to go. Here comes with a 115 of Brandon Smith. Timothy Culp already passed 3 cars since the start of this one.
I told
Jimmy Wall and Dallas Everett almost make a little bit of contact in the battle for the 5th or the 6th position. Now Culp can go to the inside of Brandon Smith. We've seen that battle in a late model a lot, and it's been many years since we've seen it in a modified. Looks like that time by Smith wins the battle, but they're both closing down the 11 of Donnie Barnhart. Brent Harwick has just checked out. He's gone. Half a straightaway on the rest of the field. Culp and Smith side by side for the 3rd position. 2 laps complete as Harwick comes around turns 3 and 4 this time. It'll make 3 laps complete. 5 to go. Donnie Barnhart still currently rides in 2nd. And Culp and Smith still holding the spot over Timothy Culp.
And look at Timothy Culp making a move on the inside now for 3rd on Brandon Smith. He's there at that battle. Also, Donnie Barnhart stuck in the dogfight too. So he's trying to go for the 2-for-1 special, so to speak. Brent Hartwick will exit off of turn 4. Barnhart to the inside. Smith to the outside. Flip-flop that for 2nd. They go back to turn 1.
Brandon Smith, a regular here at the Batesville Motor Speedway for many years. Culp almost into the wall in turn number 2. Now he's going to become victim of the O2J of Rusty Jeffrey in Batesville, Arkansas as Brent Harwick leads. 5 down, 3 to go. 5 laps complete, 3 to go. Brandon Smith clears the 11 of Barnhart. Is there enough time for Smith to catch the 9X of Brent Harwick? Not sure. He's got a half a straightaway to make up. He's going to get there. Donnie Barnhart now loses 2 car links on the 115. Timothy Culp now in 4th spot all by himself. Battle for the 5th spot. It's BB Arkansas's Dallas Everett and Batesville's own Rusty Jeffrey in the O2J. 6 laps complete, 2 to go.
Well, for a second there, it was starting to get heated up for those spots. Now, best battle is for the back and the rears. Rusty Jeffrey to O2 and the 0X of Dallas Everett. They were door to door for a moment. While that goes on, they'll come to the line. White flag in the air and heat 1 of the IMCA mods. Brent Hartwick leads them to turn 1.
Timothy Culp standing on it there, trying to get past the 11 of Donnie Barnhart. Hartwick leads all by himself. Brandon Smith 2nd. Barnhart bobbles a little bit. So does Culp. Culp almost into the wall again in turn number 2. But your winner of IMC Modified Heat Race number 1, the Make Sure Trucking Truck Centers of Arkansas 9X. Out of Quitman, Arkansas, it's Big Daddy Brent Harwick. Coming home 2nd out of Floral, Arkansas, the 115 of Brandon Smith. 3rd, the 11 of Donnie Barnhart at North Little Rock. 4th, Prattsville's own Hollywood Timothy Culp. 5th, the O2J of Rusty Jeffrey. 6th, the OX of Dallas Everett. And 7th, soon-to-be Dr. Jimmy Wall in the 7W. So 1 down, 1 heat race down, 2 to go. One heat race complete, 2 to go here in these IMCA modifieds. Your lineup for heat race number 2 will look like this. The man who finished third in the final point standings this season here at Batesville Motor Speedway out of Searcy, Arkansas, the 23N of Clay Norris. To his outside, the wall racing Mark Martin Automotive 21W out of Batesville, Arkansas.